Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com, and today we're going to talk about free retreatments. When do you need to retreat for free? Well, ultimately that really comes down to what kind of paperwork your patient signed, and if you did everything correctly, and if they did everything correctly, and really whose fault the retreatment is. And if you have proper paperwork, which I kind of went over in the previous video, and if you can dig into that, all my entire retainer playlist, you can put it, go on the homepage, go to retention. I've got tons of content on it. If you have a good retainer program, the patient understands the retainer program, the staff understands the retainer program, the patient signs the right paperwork, you have them on a decent aftercare plan, and you don't just say bye-bye and give them a set of retainers, it really shouldn't be happening. So if it happens, it's kind of a one-off, and then you just need to kind of dive into the situation a little bit more. And then you also need to kind of know who the patient is and what kind of value they are for your practice to see how much you're going to piss them off or not. But usually it's pretty cut and dry who's paying for the retreatment, or if it's going to be kind of a 50-50 sliding scale kind of thing. Obviously, main points I went over in the last video, do you have the right paperwork? Did the patient sign the right paperwork? Do you have a policy? Did the patient sign the policy? Did the patient understand the policy? Was it explained to them? Did the policy cover things like breakage and how it works and retreatment and warranties and how long the warranty is for and retainer visits? If the patient missed their retainer visits, did you call them? Did you contact them? Did you send them a certified letter? Did you take photos with retainers on a delivery? Did you take a full set of retainer records at delivery? Let's see, did you diagnose properly? Occasionally, even though I'm extremely experienced, I drop the ball sometimes. Sometimes I miss something. Like now I'm learning even more, like how extraoral habits and OMT issues and tongue ties and tongue thrusts can totally whack out a retention outcome. You might have done everything 100% perfectly. The patient might have done something 100% perfectly, but if there's a random force in there that you weren't prepared for and that you didn't expect and that wasn't addressed before treatment, well, guess what? It's not going to retain, even if they were the retainers full time. And if you didn't point that out at start, whether you had them go to an OMT, whether you recommended OMT treatment and they declined it, cervical chiro, ENT treatment, whatever it was, whether it's breathing, whether it's airway, whether it's a habit, sometimes they might not know they had one, you might know they had one, and oops, it's really nobody's fault. So in that case, it's going to be more of a sliding scale thing, but they got to go get the problem fixed first before we retreat for free, right? So that would be one situation where I might retreat for free. Certainly if I drop the ball, either on paperwork, or if my front office dropped the ball on recall, like they missed some appointments, retention appointments, and we didn't document properly, well, guess what? We're probably going to retreat for sliding scale or free. So you really have to audit the entire chart from diagnosis to paperwork, to what they signed, to what your retainer policy is, to what your retainer aftercare policy is. Did you give them an opportunity to get multiple Vivera retainers at the front, or to get multiple retainers? Did you have an opportunity for them to switch out the retainers on a regular basis? If you didn't, well, then you probably should have had an aftercare policy. So all these things need to go into the how are we going to retreat, and is it completely free? Was it a 5-year plan with Invisalign? Has it expired? Well, if it's still active, well, then I'm probably going to be more likely to retreat for either a free, if it's a really great patient, or a sliding scale. Now, during COVID, weird stuff happened. I mean, we all dropped the ball during COVID. Patients dropped the ball, we dropped the ball. So we're trying to be as flexible as we can because of the whole COVID mess. But a couple of years, that's going to be gone, and that's not going to be an excuse anymore. And a lot of us didn't document properly during COVID because we just couldn't, So, we're kind of using that still as an excuse, and we're eating it a little bit. But ultimately, if this is a high value patient to your practice, they're referring people, they're leaving positive reviews, they're a hygiene patient, they're sending their kids, their family, their spouse, their auntie, their uncle, well, you probably should retreat for free. But only to a point, not 10 years down the road, right? And again, if you have the right aftercare program, the aftercare recalls, the aftercare option for them to get new retainers at a sliding scale, either you're partnering with a third-party retention program or you're creating your own, then this really shouldn't be happening, because they could have had an opportunity to opt into some of these warranty programs, and then this wouldn't have happened. So take the time to create your aftercare program before you launch ortho in your practice. And if you've already launched it, it's not too late. Even if you've already had a few debonds, just start now. And then those other ones, you'll deal with those as a one-off when they come in. All right, thanks so much.